Hi, my name is Dan Renee and I'm a software architect for Alona. In this video, I'm going to go over the integration of the velocity control platform with the Audio Technica digital smart mixer. The model is ATDM 0604. To get started, let's open up our room that I've pre-set up for this video. Let's go ahead and add the Audio Technica um, smart mixer, and we see it here. The digital smart mixer comes with 7 audio inputs, 3 audio outputs, and USB output. And it's controlled over TCP. My computer's a little slow recording video. Let's save. Okay, great. We're connected. And let's edit here. And we can see all of our inputs here, 1 through 6, and then ST is an aux input. And then we have 3 output levels. There's no muting for the output levels, only for the inputs. And then we have our USB level at the very bottom. So let's go ahead and assign the master volume. And let's assign, let's just go with 2 inputs for the master volume mute. So we will mute both inputs when we mute the master volume mute. If you wanted to, you could mute all the inputs if needed. Let's hit save there. Okay. Now we have our control page. We see the master volume is at 30 decibels. If we click on the digital mixer web page, let's just click refresh, make sure we're up to date. And then click on the output. Output level 1 is 30 decibels. So let's go ahead and control this and ramp it all up to 10 decibels. Refresh. And we can see here we're at 10 decibels. Great. And if we go back to the inputs, let's go ahead and mute those 2 lines. And I'm going to have to refresh one more time. The web browser doesn't update right away. Okay, we see channel 1 and channel 2 are muted. We also support setting the input to the specific output here. We do that with macros, so you can assign macros to different functions in the Velocity software. So let's just run a macro manually. So we can pick the smart mixer. We can also do loading and saving presets. You can as well set your input levels and output levels in the macros as well as mutes. So let's set input to output. Let's choose input 1, output 1. And the value you want to choose is the smart mix pre-assign. If you choose the post assign, you have to have smart mixing enabled. I'm not exactly sure on what that does, but someone who's worked with the product most likely can figure that out. Let's add another command. So let's set input 1 to both output 1 and output 2. And the one thing about this API is we do need to add a slight delay because the command contains multiple arguments for the same command. So when the response comes in, we overwrite what the response has. So we do need a slight delay between the two, but this should be relatively unnoticeable to the end user. So that should be all set. Let's hit play so we can run the macro. And now let's refresh. We should see 1 and 2 highlighted here. And it looks like that delay may not have been long enough. Let's go back. Let's just make sure we select the value here. All right, let's try that again. All right, there we go. I must not have selected the drop down. And that's about it for the integration of the Audio Technica digital smart mixer.